Welcome to the latest episode of the Unfiltered Founders Show. Good morning, Kristina. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm hoping some sunshine will come today.
I know, well, you're wearing your shorts today. I am in leggings and a jumper and feeling cold. It is still grey and miserable outside this morning.
Trying to be
So
a bit optimistic, just a little bit optimistic.
you're the reason why it's raining, you and your shorts. Put them away and the sun will come out.
And we'll go and get my onesie. I didn't go in a onesie, but I'll find a onesie.
It's funny because there's so many people being like, it's the middle of July and I have my central heating on. It's like, yeah, welcome to 18 months of winter.
We've just installed a fire in our house and it's summer, so we're good.
Nice. Nice. All righty. Shall we dive in?
Yeah, so what did you find on the internet today?
Well, obviously, Threads is the source of all interesting and otherwise opinions. So I saw this post which said, I thought when people said they made 6 or 7 figures in their business, they meant in that specific business year. So, I'm a 7-figure business owner. The assumption is that that's within a year. The implication of this statement, therefore, is that actually some people are fabricating their income claims and making it like a cumulative
Cumulative,
income statement.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Oh, it annoys the life out of me. I'm just like, it should be business year, shouldn't it? Because you don't
Yeah.
have a 6-figure business if you can't repeat that 6 figures again.
No, but also you could
It's
have been
not
running a
business if
business
you
for
can't
10
repeat
years. If
that.
you've only hit 6 figures in 10 years, over 10
Yeah.
years, it's not really a very successful business, I
Yeah, well,
guess.
unless you want it to be small, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's not which is not the people that will be advertising this.
No.
Getting to that point is definitely a massive achievement. So
Yes.
yes, whatever the course of your business is to get to that point. But all this marketing about 6 figures, 7 figures, it just drains the life out of me because I'm just like, half of it isn't true. Sometimes
Yeah.
people say it's cash, so their costs could be higher than the cash and the revenue coming in. So actually, that's not a good business.
No.
And yeah, or they could owe a lot of that to the tax man, more to the tax man because they've just hit that 6-figure mark than they would have done, they would have taken home if they were underneath it. It's just, yeah, it really gets my goat. Really
Yeah,
gets my
I think any income claim, like reliance on income claims in your marketing, I think is just unethical and questionable. Like, I don't think there should be any issue with talking about money
yeah,
in your business, but I think if it's like your sole or primary marketing pillar that you just talk about how much money you've earned and you share your screenshots of how much money is in your Stripe account that you
yeah,
fabricated on Canva, like I just think it's really, really problematic. And
yeah,
actually it feeds into this culture in online business whereby if you're not making 6 figures within 3 months, you're somehow like, a defective entrepreneur. And
yeah,
then but if you are fabricating this kind of, I've made 7 figures in my business, but what you actually mean is in the last 5 years, then that isn't a true representation of really where your business is at.
yeah. It's not a
And
level playing field, is it?
it's not a level playing field. And, so many of these, the gurus that are talking about these kind of 6 and 7 figure business, monetary terms are teaching other people how to make money.
Yeah, yeah,
So
and so they're trying to pull people in with the figure.
exactly, yeah, they're drawing
And
people
it's
in
not always
with
what it
it.
seems.
And it's not always what it seems. And it's not a level playing field, but it also makes people feel like they're not doing as well as they could be, or like what's wrong with me, or jumping from strategy to strategy because so and so said that if I do it this way, then I'm going to make 7 figures in a year. And actually, what they mean is I've made 7 figures in the last 5 years. So actually, if you're only hitting X amount in your first year, you feel like you haven't hit this big 7-figure income claim, but actually you're perfectly on track for
Yeah,
where you should be within your business,
yeah,
or you're trying to shoehorn your own strategy to follow in somebody else's footsteps. Like there is nothing worse than trying to follow a carbon copy strategy and then being like, this doesn't work for me.
yeah,
It just doesn't factor in all the nuance that goes on, does it? Different ideal clients, different service that you're selling, different levels of experience, different audience size, different energy levels,
Yeah,
whether you've got kids or not. Like there's so many factors at play into
yeah.
what creates a workable strategy that, yeah, I mean, anything around income claims kind of annoys me, really. I've got
And
to be
also
honest.
like the money should come second, which could be quite controversial in itself. Because if you don't love what you do, you're not going to show up for it. Like the passion, and we think we've covered this on a different one. I feel like the passion has to be there in your business for you to get to that level,
Yeah,
because you've got to keep going. And if all you're excited about is cash in the bank, it's going to be a pretty tough journey to just keep going when it's, because like running a business is hard.
yeah,
Let's not ignore that fact,
yeah,
when it's kind of shiny, you can hit six figures, you can hit seven figures. To do it, the people that have done it have had to work bloody hard, even if
yeah,
they've done it over like a couple of years rather than 1 year. It's not you just do this and then it happens and you can, walk away from it,
yeah.
my view.
And I think, we are, as business owners, I think your primary motivation should be in helping your clients, right?
Yeah,
Not
I feel
making as much money as
so.
possible. Like
People
actually,
might
if you're not,
disagree with us, but I feel
they
so.
might, but actually, if you are only in it for the money, money in and of itself is quite hollow.
Yeah.
Like
So,
once you've got to that six-figure mark, well, what's the next goal? Well, I want multi six figures. Oh, I want 1 million. Oh, I want 5 million. Oh, I want 10 million. But actually, you're never going to be satisfied with this ever increasing goalpost unless there's actually some kind of meaning behind it.
yeah,
And I think that kind of income claim marketing, that lifestyle kind of marketing I think is quite harmful. Like it's actually show me how you can tangibly help me solve the problem that I have right now. So if you are one of these seven-figure income claimers that's helping people make money in their business, then show me how you're going to help me make more money in my business, not show me how you made seven figures in your business and hopefully that is going to somehow apply to me because I'm in your zone of energy and all of this kind
yeah,
of like woolly fluffy nonsense. Like give me something tangible that
yeah.
that
Is
I
it a
can
repeatable process, or is it just
exactly.
for your circumstances at that time? Businesses that did well in COVID, quite a huge proportion of them are struggling now because the economic conditions are different. What people want is different. What people need is different. And so I know a lot of businesses invested because they saw growth in COVID that then kind of dropped back to pre-COVID levels or worse below, and yet they've got
Yes.
these higher costs now. And it just makes me think that you've got to be sure of that strategy fitting your business, fitting in the climate. It's got to resemble your product, your service, the economic conditions, and your target market. Otherwise, it's not going to give you like six figures. And
No.
you've got to do stuff to do it. It makes it sound really easy. Oh yeah, I just rolled out of bed and made six figures, and I'm
Yeah.
making money while I'm asleep. It's all that kind of
Yes. Yeah,
marketing.
it's a very much a paint the picture of possibility marketing versus like this is what I actually had to do. Like, yeah, I spent 3 months working 20 hours a day to make this happen. Like that's actually the kind of marketing that I want to hear. It's like, yes, that doesn't make it sound easy breezy, but the reality is that growing a business isn't easy.
Yeah. And I guess
And we need to be transparent and honest about
yeah,
that.
yeah. And yeah. I mean, if there is somebody in the audience that's found it really easy, tell us, but give us the details because
Yeah.
Ruth and I might
And
not believe
I think there's
it.
also a difference between simple and easy,
Yeah,
right? Like a simple strategy is going to be like that's kind of aligned with your energy and your ideal client and all that stuff that we talked about earlier. It's going to be infinitely easier to grow a business off the back of, but that doesn't mean that it's easy. It's simple.
yeah,
And I think, that's a difference of
yeah,
looking at it. It's like it can be simple to hit six figures. It might not be easy to hit six figures.
yeah. And I also say do due diligence. So I was following somebody that was claiming they earn over 1 million in 18 months. So they were specific about their timescale, cash. When you look at their company's house, it doesn't match up. Now I know
No.
you can do things around accounting, and you, like, for a small business, you only see a certain element of the accounts, but the figures were way out, like
Yeah.
way out, that from each other, that I just
Yeah.
couldn't. Now I do understand a bit about finance from my MBA. I'm not like the most astute kind of finance person, but it just didn't seem to fit.
Yeah.
So I think there is this element of doing your due diligence, because
Yeah.
I bet there are some people who have this marketing that are genuinely telling the truth about their experience and what they've
Yes.
achieved. And hats off to them, because, you know, they've done really well with that. They've hit their goals and they're proud of them. But I reckon there's loads of people that feel that they have to market in that way in order to be
Or
able
actually
to sell, because they're on the
they're looking at that
coattails of them.
they're looking at that person and going, well, they're really successful. So if I emulate that marketing and I talk about income claims and all of that kind of stuff, then I'll be as successful as them. So
Yeah,
again, it's like not using your own compass to actually
yeah,
decide how you're going to do your marketing
yeah.
as well. Just like
We
copying
talk,
somebody else's marketing.
yeah, and we talk a lot about being like authentic in what you do in the online space. And I feel like that term's just overused. I mean, let's just get accurate to begin with.
Yes, exactly.
And then we
Exactly.
can
Let's
get
be accurate and
authentic.
let's be honest about the experience that we're really having.
Yeah,
And yeah. And then do your due diligence.
yeah,
So I think that summarizes this conversation perfectly, really. Those 3 points.
yeah. We're done. Job
I
done.
think. So yeah, let us know what you think. I mean, maybe you think that it's okay to say that your business has turned over 7 figures over 5 years, 10 years, and not make it clear that it's over 12 months. We'd love to know what you think, as always. And of course, if you find anything interesting to discuss on the internet, you should let us know.
Yeah. And if you've hit that following someone else's method, prove us wrong, comment below. We want to know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Take care.
Cool. I'll speak to you soon.
Bye.